series lead. So our starting lineups presented by Enable Midstream Partners, a partner in your success for this biggin. Tonight at Chesapeake Arena, first touch to the home team as we look
opportunity.
George in a mismatch will drive on Gobert. The help comes, and that'll be an and one for PG-13.
Well, that's what happens. You get a mismatch. You got Rudy Gobert, he's 18, 20 in the basket, trying to guard Paul George. End result, an and one for Paul George.
He gets his work done early and gets a little bit of opportunity on Sheridan. Gobert on the pick and roll, flying the lane.
Now, this is good defense by the Thunder. Now, you just got to finish this. You got to finish this series.
Rubio got Westbrook on his hip and scores on the mid-range jumper. He has been
factor game 4, but don't let him get started on the offensive glass.
Thunder is off to a 1-7 start. Anthony cuts into that with a layup that leaves the Thunder 2-7. Thunder with a 1-point lead and possession as we reach the midpoint of the first quarter. Adams skying for the lob. Flushing. Percent of their shots have come inside the 15-second mark. Grant gave Mitchell a little bit of room. Mitchell had something to do with that ball fake.
Basketball with Donovan Mitchell.
Off the screen from Adams. Westbrook rattles one home.
Being ready when your number is called.
Ingles is back, sets up Gobert on the lob. The kick out, a wide open corner three for Crowder.
And there's that rotation. If Rudy Gobert is running down Main Street, someone has to get him, or there's a shooter open somewhere.
Wide open three for Brewer. He's got it. Westbrook found him in the corner. And the Thunder. Royce O'Neal will slash to the basket. Draw the double team. Crowder again for three. Same place, same result.
Well, what's happening is they're collapsing.
Pass deflected. Long lead pass for Crowder. Thought he took an extra step, but he was way too far out in front of Eustace to bucket out. Anthony on the switch. Brewer drives Crowder off the three-point line. That extra pass to Ingles for three. Utah's last three buckets. Westbrook crosses over. Mitchell funnels him left. Russell able to power his way back and score. Now, Steven Adams said that last one hadn't even finished falling. Billy was up calling timeout. Westbrook with a half dozen points. Early communications. What does he mean?
Well, you know, you just got to stay home. You know, that's a more better word here. See, there's another open three here as Crowder hits his third three. That's a problem. You have to figure that out, because it's creating a
Alex Abrinas is reported for Oklahoma City. George gets deep. Nifty move. He couldn't finish, but Jeremy Grant right there to box out and score. Under extending Utah in this possession, but again a wide open corner three for Ingles, and he knocks that down. The run of play, 7-9 at the free throw as George splits the difference on that pair. Crowder fakes drive, then fires three and scores again. Jay Crowder having the playoff quarter of his life. Raymond Felton has checked in for the Thunder. He resets George, who spins, fires, and scores. Felton, as Exum takes a dive, the officials don't call it. With an 8-point lead, George trying to respond, and he does at the buzzer.
Good balls by Paul George. He knew exactly how much time was on the clock, and also putting himself with each dribble.
You know, I believe GPS said that was from Leedy, Oklahoma.
Well, each dribble, he put himself.
Favors mishandled on the pick and roll, got it back and scored.
Play the two-man game, getting a foul out of that.
Jerebko switches, Westbrook pulls up and scores to make it an 8-point game at 39-31.
And you get him. And even though you didn't get nothing out of that, you still have to defend right here if you're the Thunder.
Patrick Patterson guarding Mitchell, who pulls up and scores from the top of the key. Utah shooting for 2 out of 5 in the quarter. Westbrook exploding to the rim and scores.
And he went right at the shot at the body. Some energetic minutes.
Westbrook and Mitchell flat-footed, rises, fires, and scores. Mitchell the inbound to Ingles, catching, firing, scoring for three.
You just can't let that happen. That's a play you cannot. You played solid defense.
6-2 on second chances. George spins away from Ingles, gets him on his hip, and scores.
That's a smart play. That's a tough shot. by pretty tough.
George turned around, expecting to find Adams closer to him. He throws the ball away, and it results in a run-out weave and a bucket by Ingles. Halftime. Another steal for Mitchell. 4 assists and now 7 turnovers. Gobert running behind the Oklahoma City defense. Checked by Gobert. Blocked by Gobert as Mitchell came to help. Ball caroms out to Corey Brewer. He's going to drive and score. Has not taken a free throw here in the second quarter. Anthony off the screen from Adams scores. Long 2-point goal for Carmelo Anthony. Was their 8 made threes to 2 in 10 attempts by Oklahoma City. Donovan Mitchell stumbling and chucking that ball off balance at the rim as Utah collapses into the deep paint. Rubio for 3, and he does score. Bear. Wide open look. Mitchell the corner 3. That's 10 makes from beyond the arc for Utah in this game. Rubio checked at the 3-point line. Crowder steps back from beyond the arc, and he drains another one.
Just under 16 minutes to make up this big of a deficit. It starts with not having any empty possessions.
Off the screen, Westbrook scores for 3. Career high for him in 3 straight games now.
He's one of the guys. He's a standstill shooter.
And he can't get out to Westbrook, who knocks it down from beyond the arc. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of life in this.
Now in a row for the Jazz. Just keep cashing in.
George attacks and one.
And just like that, control of the momentum off of plays like this. George back at that free throw line with a chance for a 3-point play. Took the contact. Man, he held on to that basketball.
Mitchell got Adams on his hip. Udoh into the ball game and onto the score sheet. He makes his presence felt.
This is letting him play right now. I thought there was a lot of contact on that drive by Donovan Mitchell as well.
Off the screen from Adams. Russell scores again. Rain with that shot, and all of a sudden Utah has lost its touch beyond the arc, leaving the door open for this rally led by Russell Westbrook. It's a 13-point game and quits in the quarter to lead the charge.
And after being down by as many as 25, just would not give up.
It started when it's on our side.
As Gobert splits both free throws.
Nice spin move by George and a pretty finish. Feathering it down the lead, down to 12 now.
The shot clock violation.
Oh my goodness.
Paul George.
It just gets better. George has 8 in the quarter. He crosses over, attacks, and scores.
And I tell you, they made it.
And the Jazz recovering. In transition, Mitchell will take it to the rim and pack it. Arenas challenged and blocked by Udoh. Shot clock didn't reset. Thunder's going to have to hurry. Westbrook off the flyby scores for 3.
Right now, Russell Westbrook is having the kind of game
to stop. George out in front of the defense. And it's a one-possession game at 78-7. The challenge by Adams. Westbrook for 3. Scores! All the way back from 25. Westbrook for the lead. No. Adams and Westbrook combining to put the Thunder on the high side. In the last game, 8 technical fouls were issued in game 4.
Well, you see there, Jay Crowder's just holding his arm. I mean, then, you know, actually, I believe he has 5 personal fouls.
Beg your pardon, you are correct, sir. And Favors with 4.
That's going to keep him on the bench.
George the runner. And now, with O'Neal denied by Arenas as the shot clock expires. Rubio scores for 3. Westbrook cocking the hammer and pulling the trigger. A beautiful screen.
Paul George has done a great job of going into the body of the bigs for the Jazz. Well, there's nobody there home. Russell Westbrook says, I'll call my own number on this one.
Westbrook feeding. Jay Grant on the pick and roll.
on the offensive end. They are making plays in the paint.
Will go right at the Utah defense. Westbrook thought he was fouled by O'Neal. In transition, an odd man break. Jeremy Grant called for goaltending. Count the bucket for Crowder. It's a one-point game.
So far in the second half.
Westbrook attacking, setting up Adams to reestablish. Westbrook with the setup for his 6th assist to go along with 36 points and 11 rebounds. Aprinas challenging Mitchell, who gets the shooter's roll and scores.
Easy, I tell you, he's making some
7 assists. Mitchell looking for space. Gobert with the follow-up to put the Jazz back in the lead at 91. Adams screens first for George. Then for Russ for 3. Bang! Big block on Mitchell.
Just using his length that time. Kept him in front of him.
The drive, the kick. Aprinas, Senor! Daniels tweeted a moment ago, this is what pride looks like.
And how sweet it is. And how about the timing as well? The Thunder, the largest lead at 5 players play tonight.
Mitchell crosses over. He attacks. He extends and scores. Donovan Mitchell in this game. But a big stop there for the Thunder. Westbrook finds a seam and scores again. Russ with 41 points.
Time. You take that too.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. Westbrook off the glass. He scores. And it's a 7-point game. One of the single most electrifying performances in the association all year long. Rubio adjusts and scores. Rubio with a punishing screen by Adams. George over the top of Gobert to make it a...
Thunder pushing north of the century mark.
Mitchell challenged at the rim but scores.
He is so tough to keep in front of you.
Point advantage for the Thunder with 2:25 remaining. Mitchell spinning and scoring again. Donovan Mitchell said when we were in Salt Lake City, the third
fantastic score off the dribble.
George stepping back and scores from 3. Cold-blooded. Has come all the way back from 25 points down in the third quarter. Westbrook spotting up and scoring from the elbow. And Steven Adams is having the game of his life in terms of setting screens. Listen to this crowd.
Sport Designated driver of the game, John Ashbury.